But I think when the rubber band finally snaps, it's going to be a very painful lesson for those people. They're going to look like they're winning at first. And I think when it all said and done, I think they're going to regret everything that they've done. Because I'll
go ahead and announce this on your channel. I got intel from inside their county's government that the sheriff and JJ are both in a complete panic right now because they know that due to their actions and the publishing of all this, not just on my channel, not just on your channel, but also on the mainstream, that they're not going to win the next election. And neither of them have ever had real jobs. Mm-hmm. So they're both very scared of what are they going to do for money when they lost their welfare.
Yeah. I'm tired of supporting people that I wouldn't put in charge of freaking hamsters, let alone human beings.
Right. I mean, we're talking about guys that don't even know how to provide for themselves if they're not stealing your money.
On the government's tit. I mean, listen, when I served the country, man, I had no illusions that the people worked for me. I just don't understand it, dude. The hubris is through the roof with these people. And you know what? There will be a reckoning. It'll be, like you said, election time.
Well, I just hope that they don't get themselves put in a position to be start civil war off. I mean, because as bad as they are, if enough people were to realize what they're doing that are local, it would not surprise me not one bit if people didn't start realizing immediately how much this is tyranny. The behavior of the Meade County government is tyranny. And my fear is that they are going to cause people to recognize that they are tyrants and create a real problem. I'm trying to solve it before it gets to that for them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help them.
Yeah, I mean, all they got to do is be reasonable, do their damn job, and show some professionalism. Like I don't know if you saw my video where I sat there and I was talking to Tiffany, and I'm like, look, I've been to frickin' war, dude. I'm not afraid of dying. But the weirdest, there was this sinking dread in my chest and in my stomach that I couldn't really describe, that I've never experienced before. And I think it was that dreadful disappointment that they're going to frickin' be tyrants, that they're not going to respect the public, which means that at some point in time there needs to be some other kind of pushback. You're going to exhaust legal, and then it's going to end up being something else at some point in time. And they're going to bring it on themselves. I'm not going to do it. I'm not preaching violence.
You've been there with us a couple of times, and what you realized, I'm sure, is that they are cutting off all access to potentially handling it through the legal system of the county. So in other words, they won't let you file anything. They won't let you, I'm not even allowed in their clerk's office.
It's crazy.
So how am I supposed to take legal action?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I can't. So that's tyranny.
Yep.
Technically, that means, they've committed tyranny.
That's some like dear leader shit. That's some dear. You got to look in the mirror and practice. Yes, dear leader. No, dear leader. Do I have my permission to eat today, dear leader? Get fucked, dude. I never acquiesced to any of this shit. You have to. You serve with the consent of the governed. You son of a bitch. You serve at our pleasure. And there will be ramifications. You're gonna get voted out of office. I'm gonna look, dude. I got sandwich boards that don't have any words on them. Guess what the words are gonna start saying? They already
know. These two already know they're getting voted out. Like that's what all this is about. They know they've already done that. My concern is that
they're gonna get desperate.
They're not gonna make it out alive. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that for either one of those men.
Well, I don't want anyone to get hurt at all.
Me too. That's how I feel.
I just
let me establish this with you. You're a witness. You've been there.
Mm-hmm.
At any single point in time when Tiffany and I have been in that building, have we even hinted at creating any type of controversy?
I've seen.
Have we been absolutely 100% directly just trying to do a legal thing?
Honestly, even when you guys were getting pushed to the limit and had hands put on you, you still tried to remain as professional and respectful as you possibly could muster. There's no testing going on there. Yeah. Is what my point is. Yeah.
At no point have me or Tiffany ever stress tested a single thing at Meade County. Now, I'm not going to say I've never done it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I have stress tested agencies. Okay? So I'm not saying that I've never done it.
Right.
What I'm saying is I have never done that at Meade County, Kentucky. Not once. Not once have I stress tested them. Not once have I tried to create any type of an issue for a dilemma. The only thing that we have ever, me and Tiffany have ever done when we were at Meade County, Kentucky, very specifically Meade County, Kentucky government, is just walk in with a very simple legal issue to address, and that is what everyone is seeing. That's it.
Like I said, every time, look, I'm covering up. I want to cover up his picture on my live stream so you don't even get to see his ugly face. But I shouldn't do that. But listen, man, every time I turn around, you guys have been utterly. This is why I'm so surprised. This is why it doesn't make sense to me. If you guys were even, and I love Tiff's comment about trying to make sure his mouth's getting warmed up for going back to prison. I already asked him if he can. The reason why he has no upper teeth is because when Bubba don't like it when there's too much teeth. But it's like, I mean,
he drops the soap on purpose. Let's put it that way.
I'm just saying, dude. I dipped for 38 years, and I show my chompers. I got all my teeth, man. I'm not bragging. It's just I know what a fucking toothbrush is for. Right.
But, well, Connor's a special breed, man. I mean, that guy's just a nasty. He doesn't even have a car. He lives with other people. Like he don't have a job. I mean, he wants to make fun of everybody else for everything that he defaults. Like, he does not have anything. And he is living off of those $2.99 memberships. Yeah. So, that literally is what is for real for him. I mean, he really is a fraud. And just a little piece of car. Well, I got to be careful. It's your channel.
No, it's whatever it is, man. I mean, just just no threats. That's all. I mean, I'm not really trying to threaten people, but it's like I asked before. For me, it's like, at what point, so I ask you a question. Do you remember? I think it was. Do you remember Long Island audits? Do you remember when that Connecticut cop ended up attacking him and kind of messing with him because he said he thought his phone could have been a weapon, like a taser or something? You remember that?
I don't watch enough to know every video, but I think I might recall the one you're talking about. Did he throw his phone?
Yeah, he did something. He kept pushing him back, and he basically said, "Well, I thought it might have been sometimes those phones can be weapons or tasers and stuff like that." Do you remember the video? Do you remember when Whited walked real close to me and he pushed his because he had his phone in his pocket, playing Journey really loud, and then he kind of lurched towards me real close to my phone.
Yeah, he was trying to scare you.
Well, no, he was trying to copyright. He was trying to create a copyright issue. He's like, "Here, make sure you capture that." What if what if I would have deemed that as a threatening act, and what if I would have fed him his fucking teeth in that moment? Would I have been justified?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that you might want to hope that you get put to a different judge because the ones in their county are obviously allowing the tyrannical behavior. And then, I would say that if someone had the right to physically hit him for an unwarranted attack, it would be Tiffany.
Yeah.
Because the man literally physically assaulted her.
I watched it.
For absolutely no reason.
100% no reason. Yeah.
It's not just excessive force. I mean, he also committed excessive force, but to suggest excessive force would imply that it was a lawful arrest in the first place, that he had a reason to even detain her, much less arrest her. He never told her she was under arrest. There was no reason to arrest her. And then he attacked her. I mean, she had bruises from head to toe. Her elbow was so badly bruised from that man losing it that it looked like there was a grapefruit under her skin in a deep, deep, dark bruise. And that was actually one of 8 bruises that she had. And then he stuck the taser to her chest and started trying to fire it. Now, you want to talk about the right to defend oneself. I would suggest that she had every right to defend herself to the death on that.
Yeah. But here's the thing. All right, give me an example. Let's say that it would have been acceptable for me to have considered his movement towards me quickly as he was coming towards me in the corridor as a threat to my life, limb, or eyesight?
I don't know. I'm not a judge.
Hold on. Let's play it out. Let's assume that a judge would have maybe blessed off on that, saying, yeah, I could consider myself a reasonable threat, and therefore I defended myself and neutralized what I perceived to be a threat against life, limb, or eyesight. Let's say that would have been the adjudication. But here's what happens. Let's say I do defend myself and neutralize what I perceive to be a threat. That dude that was giving you shit in front of the sheriff's office was coming down the hall within like 3 minutes. So I would have gotten shot.
Yeah, sure. Of course it would have been cops.
So like, the whole like making fun of you for yelling for people to help. What are you supposed to fucking do? If you put
okay. So
no, but listen. If you put hands on these motherfuckers, they have every right to shoot you, even if you have every right to have put hands on them.
No,
So what are you supposed to fucking do?
Here's the thing. First of all, I don't allow the concept, the perception, to consider this little, grade school bullying thing that goes on the internet, like saying making fun of me for whatever. Like, I don't see it like that. I don't care if they think they're making fun of me. What I see is what I did. Here's what I did. I made sure that I covered all of the bases that we needed to cover so that we would be, we would come out with nothing but exposing their behavior.
Yeah.
I could have reacted by drop kicking Whited in the throat.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I thought about it. Trust me, I thought about it. I could have. He's not a strong man. I already separated him from Tiffany. I did do that. And then my first thought was, you know what? The intelligent thing to do here is to get as many eyeballs on this room as we can right now.
Yeah.
So what word do you use that gets eyeballs on the situation? Help.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is they're criticizing that you said help. And I've already illustrated that even if I were in this situation, and even if a judge would have adjudicated that I had every right to feel as though my life might have been in jeopardy, and then I neutralized the threat and I didn't go any further than that, right? And that other guy comes around the corner and puts a bullet in me. So
that's what would happen.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why you have to make.
So I don't even get a chance to go before a judge that would have said it was okay. So I have to yell help to hope that somebody will have some reasonable, because they got the weapons, they got the authority, they got the perceived authority, they've got the badge.
Wait. Believe it or not, that's not the only other option.
Right.
When you're in those moments, which I don't know how many people listening have actually been in those moments, there are many, many, many options. It's not always A, B. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's A through Z options in each little split second of any interaction. There's a lot of different ways you can handle it. I chose, because out of all the options that I had in that moment, I think, and I still stand behind this, that choosing to yell the word help to get as many eyeballs on that situation in that moment after I had already separated him from Tiffany was the best one out of the many, many options. Okay? I could have done a lot more things. Like I said, I could have stomped his toes. I could have kicked him in the throat. I could have slammed into the window. I could have, tried to get out of handcuffs. Like, I could have, ran out in the hallway and said, why is he trying to kill my girlfriend? Like, there's all kinds of options. You know what I'm saying? I stand behind that I chose the most intelligent one, which was to get the eyeballs on it in the moment. And anyone who thinks that it's funny and they're making fun of me for choosing that option, I can kick back and laugh at them and go, I'm so sorry that you can't conceive the best option in the scenario. Because what happens in that situation, an intelligent person would know that's what you need to do there.
Right, but you could, all the cameras that are watching people that are at that timestamp, if you lined it all up when you yelled help, help, And you saw people's heads turned towards you. Guess what they were? Now they're witnesses.
It was perfect.
Now, no, yeah. But what I'm saying is now they're they're officially witnesses on camera. And if they lie on camera to say that they didn't witness that happening, you can see with the on film if they turn their head right. If you were able to timestamp it, you could say, "Well, why did you snap your head when he yelled help, help?" You witnessed that and you did nothing. That's dereliction of duty.
I've got them all named and ready for court.
Good.
At this point. And it was a good move. Yeah, so we know we have every person who saw it identified. We can bring them in for deposition and interrogatories. You know, like, it was the right thing to do. We did the best thing that we could do for adjudication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to work. I mean, we're obviously, look, they're lying on the internet to try to get out of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, you realize, why did they ain't even thinking about touching us again?
Yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, they're sending out their biggest, meanest guy to try to scare me away from the sheriff's office when all I'm asking for is just a simple certification. Right? Which, by the way, they can certify. How do you think they
exactly.
They make documents for car accidents? Yeah. I mean, it's $5 usually at most places. You pay them $5, they certify it. Then you can bring it and file it with the clerk for court. You know, which I didn't have to get that thing certified. But the point being, look who they sent out and the attitude of the guy. That was obviously, they're freaking out, man. Like, we couldn't be any farther in their heads, and we're not even trying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even stress testing that agency.
I'm going to be soon. And so, I mean, yeah. for me, it's like, I'm pissed, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm not happy, but I'm going to approach it the best way I can possibly do. Look, I'm going to try at the lowest level as respectfully as possible. I'm talking from clerk on the way up. I'm going to give each of these public employees an opportunity to do the right thing. I'm going to give them the utmost respect. And then after that, I'm going to treat them like they treat me. And then it'll get personal. And then I'll want for jobs. I'll do like AFA. Look, I'm going to give you an offer. You can apologize and start doing your job, or I can take your job. It'll be my official campaign with all the retired military, all my expertise involved in that. And look, I'll make it my new mission. I'll make it my new mission for you to be out of a job. That'll be my new pet project.
If you're following, closely, you're probably starting to realize that due to the incident and due to their response to the incident, it's very likely there won't be the same government there when we're done.
Good. That's what we're supposed to do.
Even the county attorney's backing off. I mean, I have a feeling that eventually, it's going to get to the point where they just keep going until the FBI says, well, son of a bitch, too many people are looking at this. Mm-hmm. We have to do something. And it ain't going to take much. I mean, what do they got? 25 employees? If they can go in and do 166 violations in Louisville, you know what I'm saying, in a year, what do you think they're going to do to 25 employees over the course of a year or so in Meade County? I mean,